Welcome back, guys. This is Lindsay with Garage Gym Reviews. Today we're going to take a look at the ProForm TLX. If you're looking for a budget-friendly treadmill that has some options for smart programming and you just don't want regular old programming off of a treadmill, then keep watching this video because this is actually a really great treadmill. Now, there are not a lot of bells and whistles involved with this treadmill. I mean, it is pretty straightforward, and we are gonna go through some things that I really like about it and some things that I wish were a little better. But overall, if you are looking for a treadmill that is under $8,000 and has smart programming available, then this might be a good treadmill to check out. But first, before we get into the details, make sure you are subscribed to this channel. Also, if you wanna go ahead and purchase this, we've made it easy. Place the link below the like button. When you use that link, it doesn't cost you anything extra, but does give us a small commission. And lastly, this was sent to us by the company, but as you will see, I do have a few call outs. It's not just a positive review, and we like to keep it honest around here. Okay, so let's talk more about the ProForm TLX. First things first, I mean, this is a budget-friendly treadmill, okay? I've already stated that. It's $949, so under that $1,000 mark, but I mean, $1,000 is still like $1,000. So if you are somebody who does need financing, there is financing available on the website. You can go ahead and spend as little as like $56 a month with 0% APR financing, which is something worth checking out if you really want this treadmill. Now, this treadmill does come with iFit programming. Now, it's not on the screen. You are gonna have to download it to your iPad, to your smart device, to whatever device you are using. And I will talk a little bit about that, but when you go ahead and buy this treadmill, you have a 30-day free trial of the iFit programming. iFit programming doesn't just include treadmill workouts, but it includes a ton of other workouts. So rowing workouts, HIIT workouts, whatever really you are looking for, it has that available. Yoga, Pilates, strength training, conditioning. I mean, like, so much available to you, and it has an extensive library of workouts. And in terms of cost, it's actually not that much. It's $396 a year for a family membership or $180 a year for an individual membership. Now, one thing to note, again, this does not have a screen. It has like a very small multicolor display. But while you're using this, if you are placing your iPad or your iPhone on the media shelf, it is going to block your buttons from view. So if you are looking to not follow along with the auto trainer control and you want to just go ahead and go off what the iFit class is programmed, you're not able to easily change your incline or your speed if you want to adjust something, because again, the phone or the iPad is kind of blocking those buttons from being able to be easily touched. I went ahead, downloaded iFit to my phone, connected it. I mean, seriously, guys, I am the most technologically incompetent person available. Like, Coop here, when he hired me, was like astounded, like astonished at how bad I was at technology. I essentially knew how to Google things. That was like as far as my skills went. But I, Lindsay, figured out how to connect the Bluetooth from my phone to the treadmill like super easy. It was no big deal. So I feel like if I can do it, literally anybody can connect it. Now, the treadmill does go up to a 12% incline grade, which is great, pretty standard. It also goes from speeds of 0.5 all the way up to that 12 mile per hour mark. Now, while I was running, it wasn't incredibly loud. Even when I went to about a 9 to 10 mile per hour pace, I mean, you hear like the thumping of your feet, but overall, this is a pretty quiet machine as far as like treadmill loudness goes. Now, as I was running, one thing I kept thinking about is on the website, it claims that it has Pro Shock cushioning. Guys, this is just simply not true. And to be honest, most of the treadmills that are more like what we consider a budget-friendly treadmill, so around that $1,000 mark, claim to have some sort of cushioning on that belt deck. And most of the time, I don't find it to be true. In fact, I had just run on another ProForm trainer last week that had incredible cushioning, so I had like a really fresh sense of what good quality cushioning on a belt deck is versus something that just claims to have good quality cushioning. Now, that being said, not everybody likes to have a lot of cushioning on their belt deck. And for me, I do, but again, lots of people don't. So if you prefer the feel of something that's gonna more mimic like what running on a road or asphalt or concrete is, then I think you're gonna be totally okay. But if you are somebody that has to be aware of any sort of like joint pain or knee pain, then maybe steer clear of this one, because I really don't think that it's very well cushioned at all. Now, in terms of like luxury conveniences, this fan was actually pretty decent, guys. Like, it actually cooled me off. It says that it has cool air technology. I 100% buy into that. Like, it definitely kept me cool on my run, and I actually felt the breeze on my face. One thing to say about it though is that it isn't adjustable on any sense. So it is gonna hit me like on my chest unless I bend down to like catch my face to like cool that off. So if you are taller, if you are somebody who's like definitely above 6 foot, it might not be as nice for you because it's not gonna be hitting you on your face, on your neck, basically the places we want it to hit. Overall, the size of this treadmill is pretty decent, coming in at 35 inches wide, 74 inches deep, and 59 inches tall. Now this treadmill reminds me a lot of the Soul F63. Now the Soul F63 is one of like our picks for a budget-friendly treadmill, but it's kind of been climbing in price lately. The other thing the Soul doesn't have is any sort of smart technology. And even like it has a crappier screen than this display. This has like a multicolor, it's not a touchscreen, but it does look super modern, it does look super slick, and it's really easy to navigate and use. Now the warranty on this TLX is 10 years on the frame and then 1 year on labor and parts. Pretty decent overall and pretty standard for what we see with a treadmill around this price point. This treadmill comes with easy lift assist. That's kind of exactly what it sounds like. Essentially, it's super easy to raise and lower the deck on this treadmill. And so if you are somebody who has a lot of young kids, a lot of pets running around, there's really no way for somebody to trip the belt deck and have it slam down on the ground, which is just like an extra safety feature that Easy Lift Assist provides. Now, one thing that I actually really like about this treadmill is on the display, you can actually go ahead and change between kilometers or miles. So if you are doing like any sort of like high rocks training and it's all kilometer based, this is gonna be a really useful tool for you to use. The motor is a 3.0 CHP motor, super smooth, super quiet. I think it's gonna last you a long time. I don't think you're gonna have any trouble with going at higher speeds or higher volumes on this treadmill. Another thing I like about this is even though it is budget friendly, it still has a large belt deck size. So it comes in a 20 by 60 inch belt deck, which is exactly what we love to see. The Soul F63 also has a 60 by 20 inch belt deck size, but again, that Soul treadmill is more expensive and doesn't come with any sort of iFit or smart programming available with it. In terms of weight capacity, this is pretty standard, coming in at 300 pounds for its weight capacity. It is a little heavier. In the box, it weighs 249 pounds, but overall, as long as you're not moving it around a ton of obstacles like I was this morning, then I don't think you're gonna have any trouble moving it. Here's the bottom line. I think if you're somebody looking for a touchscreen or if you are somebody looking for a cushioned deck, I wouldn't recommend this treadmill. But if you don't mind a non-cushioned deck and you don't have to have smart programming available, and again, you're looking for more of that budget-friendly treadmill, I mean, guys, I actually think this is a quality treadmill and I really enjoyed running on it. Let us know in the comments what you think about this. This has been Lindsay with Garage Gym Reviews.